Hello, welcome to Shadowrun Returns. My name is the Samurai Salaryman, and this is my Let's Play of Shadowrun Returns. I had an idea for a character, and I thought I'd give it a little shot right here. I may just die horribly, but we'll see what happens. Okay, let's launch our campaign. I'm playing a male, and it's going to be a troll. I will use no class because picking an archetype is for lazy people. And I don't know. Let's see. Sure. This one works, but I'm going to change the skin tone slightly. Okay. Let's go to the stats. Continue. Leave the body at that. I'm gonna ignore quickness, which is one of the keys to this build. It's not gonna make any sense to anyone right now. And 1 point in there. Okay. Now let's begin. And our name will be Violent Perspective. Alright. Let's start. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now, it's about all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day, you're Nova Hot, working jobs that allow you to eat at 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slagging Fixer hasn't called. The money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free to starve in the cracks of the society run by megacorps who just want your nuyen. Something needs to change, and soon. Okay. It's our beautiful character. Note his horns, and our great hair. Let's have a little look-see at our table here. Slip of paper with your bank balance, enough to cover you through the end of the week. Okay, so we'll look at our computer. Computer, state of the art in 2050, broken since 2051. Ooh. Okay, let's see what he has on our desk here. View your notebook, calendar, contacts, that kind of thing. Okay, view your personal calendar. It's empty, nothing to do. Okay. View your list of contacts. List is sad, dried up. Carter, Detroit. Fixer, no response to messages. Dowd, Runner, dead. Felton Nash, Fixer, missing since February. New Larry, Runner, dead. Sam Watts, Runner, question, probably in a gutter, somewhere. Segomer, Runner, dead. Half-Jack, dealer, retired or dead. The list goes on, all either dead ends or just plain dead. Okay. Put down your notebook. Your vidphone rings, jarring you. Who is calling at 3 a.m.? Okay, we will answer our vidphone. The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey buddy, hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again. Or worse. You're zoned. Another giggle. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business, like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. Wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are me. Hey, you remember that when Raku hit? Run when things went to hell and we lost Dowd, or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterward? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd, that's a name you haven't heard in a long time. "3 years ago, a makeshift bar on the Seattle docks, the night Dowd went down. Sagoma is an urban shaman who proved her worth during a run against Fuchi last fall. She is the quiet type, an experienced runner. We're out in the open here, Violent Perspective. Our fixer owes us for the run, and for Dowd, we wait. Your call." Okay, so let's talk to New Larry here. I've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd, never saw anybody die like that before, idiot. He shakes his head. I hate this fragment city. Violent Perspective, it's wet. The rain feels like acid and I want out of here. We wait for the money. Yeah, sure, of course. I'll wait all night if I have to. I don't know, Violent Perspective. Sam is a good guy, and he can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run, so far. But he needs watching. He shakes his head. That run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. Smell funny to you? Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look at where he set the meeting. This was supposed to be a public place. Cut the direct, Sam. We both know why Dowd went down, and it wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. Sam smiles a toothy smile. I've been waiting for this all night. New Larry is something he wants to say. Don't you, Larry? Go ahead. Spill it. You were sloppy. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. That true, Sam? Did you miss a beat back there? No, Violent Perspective. I didn't miss a beat. I was on my game the whole time. Remember, I was on point. New Larry was supposed to cover Dowd. Something dawns on him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it. Don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Renraku? How come you couldn't geek the guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. You chummers are damaged. I'm out. Did you keep us here long enough, Larry? He stops, and a smile slowly appears on his face. Looks that way. Sorry, Violent Perspective. I kind of like you. I just like money better. We've got incoming. New Larry relaxes and throws you a direct-eating grin. Looks like my new Renraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Violent Perspective. That guy was never my friend. Mine either. I think I'll shoot him. Leave the mage, kill the others. Okay, I know how this works, so I'm not going to read it, but it's basically you do stuff in turns. Okay, I guess I'm forced to shoot with Sam. I'm going to shoot New Larry. Oh shit. I did not mean to do that, but... Oh. Hopefully Sam will not die. choice to give him an abysmally bad quickness, so it's going to be something of a trial. Okay, this is going to take some time. Essentially, the reason that this build it relies solely on CC to survive. Okay, let's kill this military. Die. Jesus. Do not let this. Please stop hitting me, please. Some spells I have. Well. Okay, good. Oh, that's that. What are you doing? Okay, so essentially, what I need to do here is take these guys out. I'm doing a piss poor job of it. There we go. Doing a little better now. But we got more incoming. I think we'll be alright. Okay. Caleb, what are you doing?
I'm gonna lock you, bro. In. Now. In now. Get the fuck in.
Right. Anyway, never mind that. Just kill you. Oh, goody. I like an actual hit on something. Okay. Good. Okay. We're in a little better shape than we were. Okay. Attempt to hit him. Bullshit. That's such bullshit. Crap. Okay, so we got a shaman and a mage. This is gonna get hairy. Okay. I'm gonna move this sucker. Okay, with this one, it's going to go here to cover. Sam. You okay, Sam? Sam's breathing is heavy and he looks shaken. That was a hell of a thing. Part of life, Sam. You know that. You were born for this gig violent perspective. Me, not so much. I think I'm going to hang it up. Find a nice brothel somewhere. Stay drunk until I croak. What about you? I'll find a safe house out of town. Lay low. Renraku has a long memory. I do too. I don't forget my friends. Stare at Sam's face on your comlink. Shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 new yen insurance policy. Payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification. Either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mangert, and McCain. When the job is done, they'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chet. The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Rogers, Mengert, and McCain has installed a secure, dedicated phone line so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must be on A secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. The camera swivels back to Sam. Sam straightens up, talks seriously first time. Look, Violent Perspective. I've led a direct life. I probably left a direct corpse. I've hurt people. Hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'd say I've traded a drinking buddy for a paycheck. Hope you just said yes. I've got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Well, Seattle can't be any worse than this. The dead man switch. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for New Yen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Continue. That's my dock wagon benefit. I kickstarted this and ended up giving me some dock wagon platinum trauma kits for free. It's always a nice little boost at the beginning. Okay. Smell of decay and decomposition wash over you. Only slightly killed by the antiseptic. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job." Little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you the coroner? I'm John Dresden, the Oregon Grinders branch manager here, so yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are? Violent Perspective. I'm here about Sam Watts. His grin fades. And what makes you think I know anything about that? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet, what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. So, who told you he was dead? Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man's switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Emerald City Ripper? He sighs. Not my title. That's what the Seattle Press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel, but this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. Delicious. A trophy hunter. What was it? Watt's liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing. The third had the spleen removed. Dresden, get out here. Okay, we're gonna just hear about the new Ripper victim, Sam Watts. Okay, I'm gonna use this opportunity to have a look at the body. Sam's body is half covered by sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest, there's a small pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him, and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found in his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstress' Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Okay. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Look at the handwritten note. You can only see part of the note, given the torn off bits and bloodstained Sam. I feel terrible that we have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Look at the cred stick. It's a standard cheap unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Take the cred stick. You slot the cred stick into your PDA. 300 union is added to your account. Put the evidence down. Put down evidence bag. Okay. Let's go meet our new friend. McCluskey. Towering over the diminutive corner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusk's pointed ears and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his chief aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper Vic, Watts, name familiar? Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? Coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time. He chortles. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed, with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? None of your business, lumpy. His face contorts in a hideous snarl. You're funny, troll. Maybe we'll find another time to do a little dance later, you and me. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? Well, he didn't really seem like my type. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? A job's a job, and this one pays better than most. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 union a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor, after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? On the take? Who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone, some major pull, has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? Whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of new yen, but individual organs? Not worth as much anymore. What with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days? Organ Grinder only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are just easier to get along with. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do one better. Why don't you poke around these body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Do you know where the murder site is or not? Dresden says nothing. A sly smile plays across his face as he turns back to his work, whistling a tune. Okay, so we're gonna go steal some supplies right here. And then we're gonna open that morgue drawer. Cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Open the drawer. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal a fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there. It's our friend Jake Armitage. Any of you that have played the Super Nintendo Shadowrun game might recognize him. He was the protagonist in that one. And he makes a cameo in Shadowrun Returns. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. Told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. You were just sleeping in a freezer. A freezer for dead people. Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel, and the service is just as good. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? Looking at the death of Sam Watts, the coroner seems to think you can help me out. No. The latest Ripper victim, did you know him? Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out, maybe. Even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then. The name's Jake, and you are? Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Violent Perspective. And well-mannered, too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubata asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy cap after all. John, could you grab me a cup? It's your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corpse bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles, and then you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him, until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story. I ended up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake's here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you get a free night stay. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader's got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down, and maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What do you say? I don't work for free. I fight, I get paid, in Nguyen, not tours. I guess I'd say the same in your shoes. Fine. There's a cred stick with 1,000 Nguyen, with your name on it. Help me dust those gangers and it's yours. Make it 1,500. Hard bargainer. Alright, 1,500 it is, but you better be worth it. I'm good for the fight if you're good for the money. Great. Been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers, but this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulders. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So, you need a weapon? No guns for me. Melee's my game. All I've got here is a baseball bat, but you look like you can handle yourself. So ready for an evening out on the town? Just a minute. Tell me some more about these gangers first. Well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol's the flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their vision of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. If you're buying. Hey, I've already provided the party favors. We can leave whenever you're ready. Okay, we're good to go. Let's go, Dick. Beat up some gangers. Head out into the Barrens. Confirm. Run into the Seattle sprawl, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. It doesn't matter your business. The Baron doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, and a dash of tourist trap, and you've got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of Oregon grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. Continue. The stash is just around the corner in the alley. Well, as I just auto-saved, I think this is a good time to end this episode. Hit like and subscribe if you liked and subscribed. You can tune in for my next episode to see whether this character build actually works. If you wanted to see it again, I'll just bring it up here. It's basically focused around spellcasting, physical adept abilities, and decking, as well as like unarmed combat. So without a focus on dodge at all. So if you really want to see like what I have in mind to do with it, I'd be happy if you would watch the next episode. Anyway, see ya!